A lot of people have called me obsessed. I'm obsessed about Dennis Prager. I'm obsessed about Orthodox Judaism. I'm obsessed about Orthodox Jews. I'm obsessed about this story and this story, the mafia. I've always found it a cheap put down. It's a classic example of using psychology to try to put people down, put them below you, and to express contempt. So when am I obsessed versus dogged, determined, driven, consistent? Anyway, Leon Wieseltier is the literary editor of the New Republic, and he writes in an article on Andrew Sullivan, "He is the master and the prisoner of the technology of sickly obsession, blogging, and the divine right of bloggers to exempt themselves from the interrogations of editors. It's also a method of hounding." This is funny because Leon Wieseltier has long been the New Republic writer most resistant to editing and the New Republic writer most in need of editing. He had a sweet deal with the former owner of the magazine, Marty Peretz, so that he could not be edited. When Michael Kinsley took over the New Republic, he wanted his first issue to edit Leon Wieseltier. Leon Wieseltier went over Kinsley's head to Marty Peretz and secured for himself a no editing deal. Now, I tried to email Leon Wieseltier to ask him about this, but I guess he doesn't want to be questioned because I could not find his email address. Take Leon Wieseltier's overpraised book, Kaddish. It's unreadable in entire sections of the book, desperately in need of editing. Leon Wieseltier was educated at the Yeshiva of Flatbush. He's led a famously dissolute life. Dominique Lawson wrote in the November 14th, 1994 issue of the Spectator magazine, "The journalist Leon Wieseltier, the literary editor of the New Republic, is the nearest thing the political correctness mob have to a cultural gouleteer." In an interview with New York Magazine earlier this year, Mr. Wieseltier referred grandly to, quote, "part of my job of policing the culture." Talking to the Los Angeles Times in September of 2003 over the controversy about Greg Easterbrook's blog about Jewish Hollywood, Leon attributed it in part to, quote, "the hubris of this whole blogging enterprise. There's no such thing as instant thought, which is why reflection and editing are part of serious writing and thinking, as Greg has now discovered." A friend went to see Leon Wieseltier speak at a Toronto shul. He just read his treatise on Jewish Messianic thought, nothing that I didn't already know. Hard to absorb what was unique about it. Then he took questions on whatever. Some of the old folks were complaining that he read in a monotone. That was the extent of his performance. Never heard a good word about Leon Wieseltier's public speaking. He's the most overrated intellectual in American letters. And I say that in almost everything he writes, I find excellent, thought-provoking stuff. Like, he writes a lot of great sentences. He's just desperately in need of an editor.